Hello everyone, this is Dr. K. Got a Dark Elf project blog for you today. First off, I want to apologize if I sound kind of funny. My sinuses have been driving me crazy these last few weeks, but I've also been really wanting to get a project blog up for you. So like I said, I got a Dark Elf themed post for you today, and so let's get started with it. I decided to go with a drow theme for them. I don't like the idea of my evil elves being, all pink skinned and all that. It doesn't sit well with me. It never has. So and I've also always loved drow. So I decided to go with this color scheme for the skin, and I really like it. I think it really turned out well. To accomplish that, I primed everything in black, and then I did a base coat of the Mechanicus Standard Gray, followed by a wash of Agrax, followed by a dry brush, a regular dry brush of the Slaaneshi to give it a little bit of a purple, and then I did a highlight dry brush of Uthwan. I used the Uthwan very sparingly, because I didn't want it to be I didn't want it to appear too bright, but yeah, I think I like the way it turned out. You might want to, if you try this scheme at home, you might want to add one more wash in between the Slaaneshi and the Uthwan. I can also suggest using a purple wash if you think it's turning out too bright. Like I said, I tried a bunch of different combinations, and this was the one that I personally really liked. So then for the colors itself, I went with kind of a royal look, because dark elves are all pretentious and pretty uppity about themselves. So I went with a red, gold, and silver. For the silver, I used the Vallejo, the white gold, and there's also a silver color, just a plain silver color that I used. This turned out, I really, really liked the way it looked. I did have to add a Agrax Earthshade wash to it, just to give it a little bit of dimension. And then I put a Necron Compound dry brush on it. Then for the gold, I used the game color, the Vallejo game color, polished gold. I put that on all the parts that I wanted. Mixed it up a little bit in my palette with a little water, just to help with coverage, and then on a couple of the parts, like the helmets, I went ahead and did a sepia wash and just the gold, and then a really light dry brush of the burnished gold, or the golden griffin, just to kind of help make that pop out. And then the red is just a base of corn red and a base of corn red, a red wash, and then a dry brush of Mephiston. For the flag, I added a little bit of Wazdaka red to the edges just to make it pop out a little bit, give it a little bit more dimension. And yeah, that's really it with them. They were kind of painful to paint simply because I bought these from one of my buddies, and he in turn got them from a guy on eBay, and some of them were put together pretty poorly. And the paint job I really didn't like, so I had to strip them down and all that. That itself was the only real headache from them. And painting 25 of them. That how fantasy painting goes. Sometimes the quantity gets a little frustrating. But thankfully I plowed through. I like the way they turned out, and of course I highly recommend, if you guys don't, magnetizing your regiments to the base. Getting a little bit of sheet metal. Actually, you know what? I might as well do a tutorial on that for you. So yeah, that's really it. So if you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe, like, so on and so forth. I'll have plenty more videos in the future. Until next time, guys, have a great one, and happy painting. Bye-bye.